They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Prescott from the gun on third. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. First carry for LeGarrette Blount. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run again with Blount. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Out of his end zone, Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Fielded just inside the 20. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year, and 18 touchdowns in the regular season, and no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but, yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Again, here's Blount. And an alley to run. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's into the clear.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now it's Morris. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Charles, speaking of Alfred Morris, how about him last week? He got the band back together again. Over 100 yards for the first time since 2015.
Do you think that it's really a coincidence?
What, that it was against his former team? Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he put big numbers on. Had 125 yards on the ground. First time he'd gone over 100 since 2015, as you noted. And the second player in the history of the Washington-Dallas rivalry to run for over 100 yards for each of the two teams. Do you remember who did it before?
I know, because you told me, Dwayne Thomas.
Exactly, who coined the great phrase in Super Bowl history. If it's the ultimate game, why do they play it every year?
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. They just get the play off. Now Prescott trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes. But the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
That pass falling to the ground gives me a second to look back to November. Offensive and defensive rookies of the month, Charles. It was Alvin Kamara offensively, and then Reuben Foster, the old Alabama player, defensively.
Now, I'm going to start with Reuben Foster because he was a high draft pick, ended up going in the first round, but didn't go as high as we expected due to some lingering shoulder issues at Alabama. But guess what? What a great pick for...
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. second down throw for Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now come the Eagles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Being chased out left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing now is Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, as the first half is winding down, and the Eagles add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Throwing. Prescott. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards remaining now on second down. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Here's the battering ram Blunt. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think? And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From midfield, here's Wentz. And Blunt has it. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
And they'll go Wentz to Blunt here. First by him near the 35. The 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Wentz going to give this one to Blunt. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will extend the lead to 11-0. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And, you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Prescott looks to throw on first. Completes it to Jason Witten. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 43 yards. First down, Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
2nd down following the run. to throw. Steps away to his left, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw is Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it here with Blunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Here's Blunt. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
The running game's played a huge part of getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that.